maybe the captain and some of the other administrative staff on doing things like this have a better understanding on Access and Excel.
Talk about the medical conferences for the nurses. Are they required? Are we required to have them trained, or do they receive their own training?
Well, it's for them to keep their licensing.
When we hire them, they have a license, right? Seems to me if they want to maintain their license, they ought to do that themselves, because if they went to another job, they'd have to have
I don't know.
a certificate.
I don't know how other, working at the hospital, do you have to...
You want to comment on that? I don't know.
What are you proposing?
Training for the
CEUs.
CEUs.
Or CEUs.
Well, for the state of New Hampshire, we have to maintain 30 CEUs every 2 years.
30? Every 2 years?
We get, you have to renew your license every 2 years.
As a...
Depending on where you work, some, like me, medical will pay for one of my courses. The rest is up to me.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. But you have to maintain, I have to maintain a minimum of 30.
Right. That you're required to.
Right.
And
the state board does check. They'll audit nurses. And you've got to show them that that's what you've done in the last 2 years.
Okay. Maybe you take another look at that.
Okay.
And see if we can pay for one class or one section of that and let the individual pick up the other costs.
Okay.
It is a benefit, so you could look at it as a part of your benefit package.
Okay.
American Jail Association Conference. Who's gone to that in the past?
Myself and the captain have gone out. It's just to maintain, like, one of the biggest classes that I take away from that is their legal updates. It's a 2-day course, and it talks about any changes in case law and what's the hot topics going around in the nation. In some of the other classes that I've taken, there's things on direct supervision and jail statistics. I've taken an array of classes. It's like the New Hampshire Association of Conference, only on a much larger scale.
Yeah. Okay. Training for 10 officers. In the past, we've held that training here.
You're still required to pay the New Hampshire Association of
We have to pay them even though we have it here?
Yes.
It's the New Hampshire Association of Counties, right? That I'm president of? Okay. I don't... You know the reason for that?
Paperwork, I don't know, maintaining records, I don't know.
$500 per officer? I'll do the checking on that one.
Okay.
All right. Anybody got any other questions regarding education conferences? My honest suggestion, and we can talk about this later, but I think if we send one person to this American Jail Association conference, and that, what does that include?
That's their
flight?
No, that's registration and hotel.
Who pays for the transportation?
I have it in the
Comes
travel
out of a
line.
different line.
Yeah, it's in the travel line.
Okay. Okay.
Medicare expense is related to the new hires, $22,693. Medical services and supplies, $169,572.
And that's down by, from 190, down
Right.
by...
20,488.
Okay.
428.
Why?
Based on the expenses of last year, or I'm sorry, this year. Medicare.
Right now I got 94, but that's only as of September. 94,000. In the past, it's been 182, 208,000.
Yeah, as of October, we spent 119,000. We spent $3,100 in ambulance services, $7,100 in dental services, $9,400 in diagnostic services, $30,000 in hospital, $7,800 in our doctor services, $54,000 in medications, $6,000 in referrals, and $1,000 in supplies. And then I amortized, I think that's the right word, over the course of the 12 months, and came up to a 169,572.
Does the medication reflect what we are expecting as a reduction?
I did not, because I don't know what type of savings we're going to get from that. If we move to another company as of July of next year, I'm
We have to wait until July?
we have to wait till July. That's when the contract's up. Based on the conversation I've had with another vendor, we can look to save about 30% on medication costs.
Wow.
But I didn't want to budget for that, just in case.
Ambulance service. Who do we have? Do we have a contract with anybody?
Yes, it's the company out of Ossipee,
Out of Ossipee?
Ossipee Valley Ambulance.
Do you know when their contract is up?
We just re-signed one. I believe it's a year contract for $432. It's a flat fee. It doesn't matter
We're
if
running.
yeah.
I was contacted by North Conway
Okay.
Ambulance Service. They would like to submit a bid.
Okay.
So when that comes up in July, or
Mhm.
prior to July, we need to talk with them too,
Okay.
see if they're willing to reduce the cost.
Okay.
That's an hour's ride.
What's that?
That's an hour's ride.
I think they
I know.
have a. I think they have a
Something in Wolfboro?
Tuftonboro, I believe. It might not be.
There
might
is,
be-
there is one down here somewhere.
Yeah.
I think he's mentioned that.
Yeah. They have the contract with town of Tuftonboro, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh, so they have an ambulance there, is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hmm.
Did they not buy the place in Ossipee?
Are they what?
Did they not buy the one in Ossipee, up in West Ossipee?
No, it was. That's a different one. That's Ossipee Valley Ambulance.
Okay.
You have 3 ambulance vendors locally. You have Stewart's out of Wolfboro, Ossipee Valley Ambulance out of West Ossipee, and then North Conway
Well,
Ambulance.
Stewart's just opened up right up here at the junction of 16 and 28.
Stewart's did?
Well,
No,
one of them did.
no, that's Ossipee. The little white building right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up here.
yeah. Yeah, I see it that way.
But it's 16 and 28 in
Yeah,
the old real
right
estate
at the
building.
stoplight, yeah.
Yep.
That's the one that we use, Effingham uses.
Yeah, it used to be MedStar.
Oh,
Where are they?
Across from Hannaford's.
Right at the stoplights at the end of
At
28.
16 and 28,
Yep.
if you go down 16, 28, if you drove right through that light more or less, they're right there.
Oh, wow.
You have Rite Aid, and then there's one building that's not being used, is like a little white ranch.
Oh,
Two
okay.
buildings to the left of Rite Aid.
Okay. I didn't know they moved down here.
okay. Well, that's something to check on for next year when our contract comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a question. I think I missed this. I think I already talked. The medication, it's still 72,540.
Sorry. Yes, because we were averaging $6,000 a month in medication. So
But I thought with the hire of the assistant and the doctor medications.
they're gonna drop it, correct? But I don't have that new figure yet. Like, I was just talking to Commissioner Sorensen yesterday. Our October bill went down to $3,000. And then we had $2,000 worth of credit, so our October bill was $1,040, I believe. But I don't have the months.
It may be cut in half, but we're not sure of that.
Right. So that there is an immediate savings right now, but when I was doing the budget, I hadn't seen that new October bill yet.
Is there any way we can reduce that sum based on
Sure,
a couple of months?
sure. I can look at what the November bill is going to be as well, and
Okay, check on that and see if we can't reduce that sum. I don't want to necessarily cut it in half, but if we can reduce it by a quarter,
Mhm.
that's 15,000 plus.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mental health, budgeting for $44,088. We have a contract that I proposed a couple weeks ago for Northern Human Services to provide mental health counseling 8 hours per week. That's a monthly cost of $2,774 monthly for an annual cost of $33,288, and then have a psychiatrist come in for 6 hours a month to do medication reviews and things of that nature, $10,800 for a total cost of $44,088.
The psychiatrist that is coming in for medication review, is that different? You have also another doctor coming in for medication.
The psychiatrist would specifically deal with any
Psychedelic drugs, different.
psychotropic medications.
All right, where have we reduced the budget to make up for that?
The ARNP that we had before was, the salary was $66,300. So
Where is that?
on your line, I'm not sure, maybe 11, is it 0011? That number rings a bell.
Yes, it is. So we reduced it 66,300. And so the difference between 63,000,
And 40.
between 66,300 and 44, there's a savings there of what, 22,000. Okay.
In the inmate programs, budgeting $20,540, and that's a savings of $16,090. That would be a service contract with Northern Human Services to provide substance abuse once a month for annual cost of $9,600. Having an anger management course, one session per quarter, $5,100. And then our GED Ed Options classes, $5,000. 12 tests, GED tests, $840 for $20,540.
Under options, under the GED classes, do we need 5 licenses?
If we can put up to 5 inmates in there at a time.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as one inmate completes, then we can roll one
Another one,
right in through it.
okay.
Then he completes or leaves.
Yes, completes or leaves. And then Ed Options is also affiliated with
That's right.
the Kennett Adult Ed.
Yeah, but then they pick up, somebody else picks up the cost of that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
What is the test, 12 tests? So they're making a test for the GED?
They can, yes ma'am, they can test out and receive their GED.
You have to make like different tests, like for a different course? It's not for the whole certification?
It's a standard test, I believe, through the Department of Education.